there's been so much controversy about Rajat as well as his book. And this was great to come here and hear such an honest, straightforward chat about it. So I'm really enjoyed it.
It was an interesting evening. We had a lot of guests, some from his college days, and Rakesh Kaul, our vice chairman, went to college with him, so he was moderating the event. It was an interesting evening, a lot of honest questions back and forth, and he made the case that it is destiny, what he went through, but we were all in awe of him, and the whole event went out very well. Thank you.
When you look back and revisit, what could you have done differently to put that person?
I have perhaps it's a fault. I almost trust everybody blindly. Basically, I trust everybody. And I believe in the goodness of most people. And as a result, what happens is that I place an enormous trust in them in every way. And I believe that the more you trust people, the more you believe in them, the more they will rise to that. Now, sometimes you'll get disappointed, and sometimes people will betray you. But Anita, when most of my kids and everybody generally say, you're way too trusting. And I keep saying, that's the way I want to lead my life, to trust people. And if somebody disappoints me, yeah, it will hurt me, but it'll go on. Now, little did I realize that in this particular case, it would hurt me, not a little bit, but a lot.
One of the things that Rajat said was around trust, and I think you're really working with quality people and character, and recognizing sometimes things don't go the way you expect. This was a very good lesson for situations and how to handle when things do not go your way, even though you've done nothing wrong. It's just a cautionary tale of how to protect yourself and making sure that you're associated with the right set of characters and that you've got the right advice and counsel. Counsel literally in terms of legal help, but also just the right set of advisors around you.
They could not prove any criminal intent in any way. They could not prove any benefit that I received. I never traded in it, I never had any financial benefit. However, in court, they kept on saying that I was a 15% owner of Galleon International, which was untrue. They knew it was untrue. More importantly, they knew it was untrue because they had combed through all my financial statements, everything else. In fact, even the president of Galleon said, as far as I know, he never owned anything of Galleon International. Yet, the prosecutors would repeat it time and again at the trial because they wanted to establish some kind of benefit and they couldn't find any. Moreover, in the appeal process, they continued to stress that I own 15% of Galleon International when they knew it was untrue.
Your book, Mind Without Fear, everybody, it talks about giving you a voice that you felt that during your trials and during your experience, you didn't have. When you were trying to portray the voice, what were certain things that you really wanted to highlight that people should know about?
Well, I think I have to say that, you get a lot of time for reflection.
Right.
So a number of things you think about are, and I'm not just talking about me, the justice system is quite broken, lots of issues and problems, a lot of people in prison suffering unnecessarily with long draconian sentences, to be in solitary confinement, for example.
Right.
For 8 weeks, that's like torture.
You were in it 3 times.
Yeah, for minor, it's not anything significant. So those kinds of things need to be highlighted and solved. I also think that it gives you time to reflect on what is important in life and what is not. And the ability to think and detach yourself from all the trappings around you
Right.
is a very, learning environment.
Right.
So I enjoyed doing that, reflecting on it. And I think it is important that we take life in perspective, and there will be always ups and downs. And it's not so much what happens to you,
Right.
is how do you deal with it, with grace, with humility, and so on.
You've been very calm about the procedure. When you ever talk about your prison experience or all the things that you felt were being done unfairly to you, you still have such a strong face when it came to adversity. Where did you gain most of your strength from, and has your family been a huge part of that strength?
It has been, and I lost my parents when I was young. That was the most adversity one could ever think of, and I learned to deal with it. And I think it comes from that strength when we were, the four of us, the siblings were
Right.
orphaned, and we were stayed together, and that is a very much a formative years. You learn that. So.
Just talking a little bit more about the book, because I would love for us to reflect on the theme that you've really brought in the book, which is forgiveness.
Yes.
With your experience in the prison and after that, you've been very open about the fact that you're not trying to go back into the indictment or question it. You are just trying to move on. You're not trying to rectify a reputation. Why did you have that opinion? Because perhaps many people in your situation, Mr. Gupta, would come back and be like, I need to clarify because I never had the time to clarify.
I did obviously clarify. I give my perspective in the book.
Right.
But that was not, I'm not trying to relitigate the case.
Exactly.
The case has been done with, dealt with. It's not that our justice system is perfect, it makes mistakes.
Right.
People can judge for themselves. I'm not that, I'm not trying to convince you of my innocence or my,
Of course.
most important is I know I didn't do anything wrong, and that's good enough for me. What I really wanted to do was much more to have an authentic book where
Right.
what kind of emotions you go through, what kind of experiences you go through, and how to deal with life as it, all the challenges it throws at